Hello guys, I'm back with another sketchbook update, and this covers the last 2 months. So this is where we left off on the last sketchbook, and then the first sketch that I did since then was this drawing of my original character Ember, but this is before I'd actually figured out her design and stuff. Then we have this sketch of this lady here, and I think my idea behind this was that she was a spy or something. So it says, just a quaint little town, huh? And then she's standing here in this town, but she's looking very suspicious, and she has a random little bush baby on her shoulder for whatever reason, but I think it's really cute, so. And then on this page, we have a girl who is maybe a crossed over with a cupcake. I'm not really sure what's happening here. This is the concept art for my video Escape from the Castle, which was a princess escaping from a castle. If you've seen that, then you'll know that that's what the castle looked like in the background, and the princess was loosely based off of this design. Here are just some random marker sketches, I believe, and then this one is a watercolour sketch. It's a drawing of Marshall Lee from Adventure Time, but I think he looks a little bit too green. This is something I drew when I hit 600 subscribers, just to say thank you, and I put that on my Instagram. This is actually something I drew when I was really worried about getting my GCSE results, because it was results day the next day, and I was really worried that I'd failed and done terribly. And I always find that when I have really bad anxiety, the best thing for me is to draw, and it really calms me and relaxes me and makes me feel better. Here is a sketch from when I went to the Royal Academy in London. They have a fantastic art gallery, and we were looking at some really interesting sculptures. So this is a sketch of my friend James that I did on the train. And this is a castle door that was loosely inspired by an archway that was in the Royal Academy. This is a sketch of my original characters Ember and Akira. You'll know Ember if you've seen my recent video of her, but I've never... Oh, I have done a video of Akira actually, but that was quite a long time ago, so I don't think anyone would have seen that. But yeah, they're basically two characters, but Akira's from the future, which is why her clothing doesn't quite look the same. Here is my little sketch of Link and Zelda from one of my Inktober videos. I can't remember what day this was, but yeah, that was from Inktober. Then we have Chloe from Life is Strange. If any of you guys have played Life is Strange, please let me know in the comments, because oh my gosh, I love it so much, although the ending was really heartbreaking. And the last sketch in this sketchbook is this. I wanted to end it with something that wasn't quite a sketch really. I wanted it to be something kind of meaningful and deep, and one of those things where if you look at it and you try and interpret a deeper meaning, you can find one, if you get what I'm saying. I really don't like how this person turned out, so let's just pretend that that horribly drawn person is not there. So we have this girl who's looking away from everyone, and she's on her own island, and she's just kind of floating there. She doesn't see any of them because she's not looking in that direction, and her island is kind of separated off from theirs. But they're reaching out to her as if they're like trying to help her, but she can't see them, and she's so convinced that she's alone and isolated. If she could just look around and see that they're there for her, then she'll know that they're there. Yeah, it's very deep, but I just thought it would be something cool to draw. My next sketchbook is a Dale Rowney Ebony Artist Sketchbook. It has 50 A4 pages, and I think I've filled it up about halfway, so there's quite a lot to get through in this book. This is a sketchbook that I was really experimenting with my style, and also experimenting with sketching in coloured pencils, because it wasn't really something I'd explored before. So you do actually see more sketchy drawings in this sketchbook, and we have examples of this on the first page. Very sketchy stuff, not like what I usually do in a sketchbook. I like to have a lot of finalized, finished looking pieces. I think my favourite thing on this page is this little demon drawing thing I did. It's literally called Little Demon. and it's not really like anything I draw, because I just tend to draw a lot of the same thing. People I like to draw, and specifically girls. I hardly ever draw guys, which is something I need to work on. I think I shy away from it because I know it's something I'm not as good at. It's like with figure drawing and drawing hands, I know it's my weak point, so I try to not do it, which is why I was really trying to push myself with this page, and then by drawing this creature here, it wasn't something I was used to drawing. Then we have some coloured sketches. This is when I brought out the coloured pencils and I was trying to experiment and make a new style. Then we have this. It's a mix between, well, a mix of Copic marker and coloured pencil, and also my white uni Posca to add highlights onto it. But if I zoom in really close, you can see all the details of this. You can see where I've used the coloured pencil and where I've used the markers. This is my favourite part of the page. Then we have Smile Because You're the Deer in the Headlights, our city song. Then some more sketches. I actually drew some guys, wow. I don't remember drawing that. But yeah, there we go. There you have it. Some proof that I have drawn a guy in my sketchbook. Then a sketch that I started and never finished is a sketch of baby Akira and her mum. And okay, so she's meant to have a cat as like her companion. This is meant to be a kitten. This does not look like a kitten. I don't know what that is. And it's slightly terrifying, but also really cute. I was designing a cosplay of Princess Bubblegum because I'm going to Comic-Con next year. I actually decided I'm going to do a Zelda cosplay now, which kind of sucks because I spent ages designing this cosplay. I was actually reading a book because I study philosophy at school, as well as countless other things that I don't want to study. And I was doing some further reading on the subject, and I was reading Sophie's World, and if none of you know, it's a book about a 14-year-old girl who gets these letters from a philosopher who basically tells her about all these philosophers of the past, and she gets them in these letters, and this is basically just a drawing of that, and that's meant to be Sophie. And yeah, that was just a little drawing I did. It started off as a sketch just like these ones, and then I went and added some Copic marker over the top of the sketch. And then, if you hadn't guessed, I've drawn a load of Disney princesses, and I'm actually hoping to do another Disney princess drawing video. So if you really want me to draw a Disney princess, let me know what Disney princess you'd like to see me draw and do a proper colouring of and everything. We've got another demon looking thing, and then a guy. I think this is one of the best guys I've ever drawn, but then I tried to do a side profile and it went terribly wrong. I don't know what went wrong there, but the front looks okay, I think. My characters Akira and Lila, and there we have Elfie the cat in Akira's hair. Then I was watching a Jacksepticeye Let's Play or something, I can't remember what it's called. It was like 3 in the morning and I was still drawing, so I just drew a picture of me and it was like, I need sleep. Just surrounded by all these drawings. We have these, which from afar, I don't know if it will work, but it's meant to give the illusion that they're like stickers or something, but they're just drawings, and then I used watercolour paint even around the outside to make it look like it had a little shadow. Then we've got Flame Princess, and she's just like, okay. And then we've got a cat going, wee. I think I was really running out of ideas at this point. Now, this will look really creepy, but there is context behind this. In school, in art, we have to create sculpture plans, and I was gonna make a cast of a face and then have bits of it like pulling away as if it was like stretching through a surface or something on the sculpture. So that's what that was meant to be, and then I was trying just different ideas of that. And then we have Princess Bubblegum. I swear I have drawn her on every page. So that's what that looks like. Then we have a guy with very high cheekbones. I don't even know. Like, these are just random ideas that come to my head. And it looks like her hair is turning into these words. It says, "This is who I really am." Interesting. I love how her glasses end there and they've got nothing to rest on. They should be falling off. Then we have this very autumny piece. Because it was autumn. I think it was like the beginning of autumn. I don't even know when the beginning of autumn is. That's going to sound really stupid. But this is a very autumny fall piece. Depending on where you come from. An eye sketch, a finger sketch, a nose sketch, and then I tried to make them more interesting by adding these abstract shapes. And yay, it's day 1 of Inktober, and I'm actually really sad looking at this now, because Inktober has ended, and I didn't even do a drawing for every day. But I will next year though, I will make sure I do that. Then we just have this sketch of this girl. Then I re-downloaded the app Sketchy, where you get to draw selfies or pictures that people upload onto the app. So these are just 2 drawings from that. Then we got a ton of Inktober drawings. This is a Splatoon character. I was watching Cinderella and I think this was meant to be Cinderella. This is just a random sketch idea I had, and same goes for this one. Another Inktober drawing. I actually really liked that one. It was the first one I decided to use markers with. This is another Inktober drawing, and here is a drawing of Hatsune Miku, in case you couldn't tell. Then we have this, which I think is really cute. It's Marshall Lee and Fiona, who are from Adventure Time, who I actually ship so much. And then we've got a really kawaii Mega Man. Warning, there is a swear word there, in case you don't want to see that. But then we have a llama. I was asked to draw this, by the way. This was not out of choice. Someone requested this. And just to clarify, Rainbow Quartz from Steven Universe. Another Marshall Lee sketch, but he doesn't look as good in this one. Then it was Jellybee's birthday, so I had to draw her something. So we have this girl and a cat for Inktober Day 26. I never posted this on my Instagram actually, so this is the first time it's ever going to be seen. It's a very muscular woman with a katana, which has actually gone a bit wonky, but let's just ignore that. At least her hair looks majestic. Also, that took me forever to draw that hair. I'm never drawing that much hair again. Then we have Akira for day 28. I think I actually ended up posting it on day 29 though. Then this hasn't been seen before either. It's just a girl with a... Oh my gosh, I didn't draw in the other glasses. The other lens, you know what I mean. I love how I just forgot. Oh my gosh, I thought I finished that. Okay, apparently I forgot to finish it. But it was meant to be a girl with glasses holding a phone, but apparently the rest of her glasses have disintegrated. Then I actually did a traditional Happy Halloween drawing, and this was actually from my live stream with Finer Mates. So this is just the last sketch in this sketchbook for now. It was just a little marker sketch, nothing special. So yeah, that's actually the end of this sketchbook video. It's not as long as the other one was. I hope you enjoyed it all the same. I will be doing another updated one towards Christmas time that will probably be filled with Christmas drawings, because anyone that knows me knows that I love Christmas. It's literally my favourite time of the year. So I'm very, very hyped for Christmas, and I've got the 12 days of Sketchmas videos planned. I'm not sure if I'm going to post it on the 1st to the 12th of December or on the lead up to Christmas Eve. I'll decide that later on, but yeah, that's something you guys can look forward to if you want to watch it. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you again next week.